has been how I've been making my at-home cappuccinos. I took a little break from coffee for a minute because it just wasn't tasting as good to me. I'm like an everyday coffee drinker. And yeah, it was just not tasting as good. This happened to me last year too for about a month where I was just on matcha. This past time I was really into chai, which I'll show you which one I love. I bought it in bulk because I literally was having it every day, multiple times a day, but it's called Turmeric Spice Chai. It's a pu'er style chai and it's super peppery, and the turmeric is obviously really good for your gut. This is from Simply. It's a woman-owned tea company based in Austin, so I really wanted to support that. The ingredients are black tea, pu'er style, cinnamon, turmeric, anise seeds, ginger, black pepper, cardamom, and cloves, and all of it is organic, so that's really cool. I just would have this in the morning with either some vanilla unsweet almond milk or some almond milk and a little bit of honey if I wanted it sweet. But I'm back on that. I guess I wasn't taking a break from caffeine. I was just taking a break from like large amounts of caffeine, but I'm back on coffee. I love it. So I've been into cappuccinos or pseudo cappuccinos recently. So I've been using an AeroPress, which is the closest you can really get to espresso style coffee at home without an espresso machine. And yeah, this little milk frother, and it's delicious. So the goal today is to film a what I eat in a day for you guys, or what I eat today. I always like to call it what I eat today rather than what I eat in a day, because everybody eats different things every day depending on your activity, depending on if you're traveling, if you're hanging out with a lot of friends that day. I don't have any plans with friends today, or I do have a workout planned, I think. But yeah, no plans with friends, so it's probably gonna be a lot of home cooked meals. And this is actually my second coffee of the morning. I made my first one, but my camera was dead, so I was like, okay, I'll just film the second one. And I also had to do dishes from last night. So, second coffee. This will probably be all the coffee I have today. And I'm not super hungry for breakfast yet. It is 9:24, I woke up at 8, so I've been having breakfast a little bit later these past couple days. But I did make a meal with a whole chicken last night. And so I want to make some homemade chicken broth and want to have it simmering all day. So I'm going to start it now. So I'll show you guys how I do that. Ideally, you want a pot a little bit like this, like with a little strainer. This is like for steaming, but it works super well for broth because you're going to put all the solids like the bones, the skin, the cartilage, what else? I have some old ginger, bits of some mushroom, onion, sweet potato, like just, we save all the scraps of our veggies as we're like chopping them up for meals, put them in our freezer in like a bag or a container of some sort. And then whenever I make broth, I have a ton of different things to add into here. So we're gonna add all that in, but obviously straining it at the end when it's like boiling hot broth is kind of difficult. I've found doing it this way is the best way to just easily, you just get it over the sink, take all the bones and like solids out, throw it away, and then you just have your broth already strained and it's super easy. So let's add it all in. Bring it to a boil first, and then I set it down to like right above low, and that's where it's gonna stay for pretty much as long as possible, about 8 hours at least. So I'm putting creatine and the second half of a sugar-free Liquid IV electrolyte packet. I usually only use half of these at a time because I don't sweat that much, but I do like my creatine to taste like not just like chalky water. And then a little bit of ice so it shakes up. So I still haven't eaten breakfast. It is 10:16. I just sipped my coffee and watched some YouTube for a little bit. I'm gonna have a banana, drink my creatine and a Liquid IV, and go on a bike ride. I don't wanna have a huge meal before that. But yeah, I'm gonna go, I think, for around a 10-mile bike ride. I've been super into biking recently. So I'll do that and then make a real meal when I get back. But farewell. So I went biking so that I could get my eyebrows threaded and my upper lip threaded nice and soft. And it took me about 30 minutes each way. 10 mile total, but Honestly, on the way back, it was mostly downhill. Which, I mean, it was mostly uphill on the way there, but the ride back was very simple. But yes, now my Marvin is positively starving, so definitely gonna make some food. Well, the plan was to eat some turkey bacon, but there is none that is unfrozen, so I'm gonna eat these Parmesan chicken sausages that have been in the fridge for a minute and need to be eaten. Smells so savory in here, both obviously because of this, but my broth is doing so well. I always just like to put a little bit of this guy on there. Everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's. I'm gonna do avocado, 2 eggs, and 2 of these Parmesan chicken sausages, and then also I think a little fruit and kale smoothie to get some plants in. So yeah. I did about a cup of pineapple, a banana, a scoop of my vanilla Orgain plain protein, a little bit of salt, juice of a lime, and a lot of kale, and just used water to like blend it since I already had the protein powder for like creaminess. A little tropical green smoothie. It is $12.50, so lunch, delicious. And you might be like, you didn't have breakfast. I really kind of didn't have breakfast, but I had a banana and 2 cups of milk, essentially, in my coffee, which is like 300 calories and 16 grams of protein, plus a banana. That's like 400 calories, 16 grams of protein. Relatively small breakfast, but kind of a breakfast. Normally I would have like an actual edible breakfast, but I didn't want to, not edible, but like, you know, like food. But I didn't want to eat a lot before I went biking, so breakfast is now. I'm in actual clothes now. Breakfast was delicious, very filling, very good. I'm probably just gonna chill for a little bit now and possibly have a small lunch before dinner. Perhaps not, but perhaps most definitely at least a snack. So I'll see you then. Okay, we just got home from Daiso and Marshall's because we wanted to get a couple like cheap organizational stuff for the house, and then we also got at Daiso, what are they called? Mochi teriyaki.
Yeah, snack something or other.
Teriyaki something. They're supposed to be like sweet and spicy. So I had a couple of those while we were there. And and now I'm gonna organize the spice cabinet because we got this, and let me show you the before and you'll see why this is important. Yikes! So obviously there's like nothing organized at all, which is fine. We're gonna have this guy and help because we like to cook, so we have a ton of seasonings, but nothing is organized at all. So speed run of me organizing this. Mezcal tastes like shit. Boom, we did it. I'm gonna drink this and then we're gonna watch some of The Watcher, or finish rather. And then it's dinner time. Okay, so I'm gonna eat this for dinner. This is the like creamy chicken bake recipe. I made a short about it, so I'll link that, but it's basically like boursin cheese, tomatoes, think like feta pasta type of vibe, but I also added mushrooms and yeah, boursin cheese obviously instead of feta. And then baked thyme potatoes. Very delicious. So I'm gonna eat this, and yeah, we're still watching The Watcher. So probably gonna have like a yogurt bowl or something for dessert, but this for now. Reheated potatoes. I just did these under the broil. They're like just as good, but they're even better for you because they're a lot more filling, because when you cook a potato, cool it, and then recook it, or you can just eat it cold, but like potatoes are a lot better warm, obviously. But when you recook it, it has resistant starch in it, and It's super nutritious, helps keep you full, kind of slows the absorption of the carbs into your bloodstream, so delicious. Highly recommend. Okay, it's dessert time, and I decided I'm gonna make a little fall snacky dessert. I'm gonna use oats, pecans, and Honeycrisp apples, and we're gonna make like a little baked apple. Well, only thing I'm gonna bake is these two, with like some honey and probably almond butter or coconut oil or something, and then bake these with some butter and maple syrup, a bunch of fall spices, and just let them saute and get soft. So that's the vibe.
If only I could say something, run straight through to the end. Close the chapter, dignified. Damn, girl, you did it again. But will it ever be enough? I'm bent on trying to keep it tough. Will I ever settle down? Asking you for here now. When will it ever be enough? Ever be enough? Ever be
It's good, you're gonna like it.
If only I could build a tower, pierce right through the clouds. Saxophones at every hour. Who hasn't heard of me now?
I'm gonna cut it. What do you think? It's got in the oats, or like oat granola, quick granola. It's just oats, pecans, cinnamon, honey, and coconut oil. And then the apples are butter, apple, allspice, maple syrup, and cinnamon.
Mmm.
Good.
Mmm. Mmm.
Good, like
That is
light.
very fall.
Right? I think the allspice made it even more. I love you.
Look at Gabby.
All right.
Frozen mango chop.
Buenos dias. It is another day, the next day actually. I just got out of the shower, so that's why my hair looks like this. But I didn't get to finish the video yesterday. The last thing I ate was that frozen mango with Jordan while I was actually doing the rough cut of this video. But yeah, that was what I ate yesterday. I, like I said, eat different things every day, different things depending on my activity, depending on my plans with friends, whatever. So yeah, that's just how I nourish my body on one day out of many. But I hope you guys liked this video. Hope it gave you maybe some recipe ideas. You should definitely try the apple thing. It was delicious. I ended up adding a little bit of like whole milk to mine. So it was like granola cereal slash like kind of like if I had added like a scoop of ice cream into it and it had melted a little bit. Like I just added a little bit and it was super good. So yeah, subscribe if you would like to see more from me, like the video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.